Thank you for being here at our live podcast event. I'm excited to interview tonight's guest. He is the voice that gets you moving and the motivation that keeps you showing up. Will you all help me welcome the inspiring Cody Rigsby?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am fantastic. Look at all these beautiful people in the audience.
They're way more excited to see you than me.
Possibly, but you know,
Definitely.
I'll take the credit. I'll take the credit.
I'm really interested in your journey
Okay.
actually to this incredible. I mean, you really are the picture of strength and wellness.
Yes.
So, will you tell me a little bit about your journey to this place? I know that you had kind of a rough start
For sure.
in life.
Yeah.
Will you tell me a little bit about how the journey began?
Yes, and since you are technically an Avenger, I do I do feel, I'm gonna be honest, that like 70% of the room doesn't know that, but okay, I'm glad that you do know that. She is an Avenger, and that is one of the movies I've seen the most. Avengers Endgame.
I'm an Avenger.
You were in the Iron Man suit. Of course you were. But she doesn't know. It's okay.
Okay.
I did see a quote where you said, I don't know how many Marvel films I've been in, and that does track. But my whole point in saying that was I always think of this as my my Avengers first film story. You know, it's like, how did Spider-Man get his powers? Okay, let's see how Cody got here.
Yeah.
So I was born in Los Angeles, California to a single mother. Both of my parents kind of dealt with addiction. My dad died when I was like 4 months of a heroin addiction. My mom dealt with addiction her whole life as well. And I'm so grateful and fortunate that she's still happy, healthy, and in my life.
Which is, a lot of times that's not the outcome, right? Or
Yes.
when we become the parents for our parents and
Yeah. Yes.
overburdened with responsibility.
Yes.
How did that happen for you? Did she get clean and sober?
Yeah, I think, well, we moved to North Carolina when I was 8 years old, and I think that was the separation that she needed. I think LA wasn't a healthy place for her, and so moving to North Carolina allowed her to like step into her power, step into a great space, and really create a better life for me.
Right.
So I grew up in North Carolina, was there until 22 when I graduated from college. I moved to New York City to be a dancer, okay?
What kind of dance?
That's a great question. I was shaking my tits to Britney Spears, and I just wanted to be a little video hoe, being in the background, dancing 5, 6, 7, 8 for a pop artist, where I got to do that for like 4 or 5 years of my life. I got to dance for Katy Perry, Nicki Minaj. I did the Victoria's Secret fashion show, which was fantastic. But then I got to a point in my life where I was like, I'm not getting paid money. I feel like I'm moving furniture. And I went to this audition for J-Lo, and some things happened in that audition that I was like, you know what? This is not for me. I'm getting out of here.
Someone feel your butt?
I wish that was the problem. Because I do enjoy being objectified. And I couldn't touch hers because it's insured. So, and we all know that we like consent because consent is what? Sexy. All right. No, I kind of got out of that situation. I was like, this is not for me anymore. I don't know what's next, but I shouted out to God, Cher, Madonna, whoever was gonna listen, and I said, bring me what's next. And that's when Peloton landed in my lap. I was working at a nightclub in New York called The Box, a very oh, okay, we have some troublemakers in the room. I worked at The Box, where they have this very risque burlesque show. And the choreographer / director knew that I was a dancer, and he had a connection to Peloton where this guy was like, hey, do you know any performers that would be into fitness? And so he sent me the email. And listen, Gwyneth, I was brokety broke. And I was just like, I'll take whatever job I can get. So I took my little headshot and my dance resume to this fitness company called Peloton. And they hired me within 10 minutes because I'm hot. And here we are 11 years later. In the fitness industry, where I kind of started in this space where I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I had a fat ass and a will to succeed. So I made it happen, and I've been at Peloton for 11 years. I've done Dancing with the Stars. I've done tons of brand campaigns.
Wow.
I have my own podcast called Tactful Pettiness. That's called a shameless plug.
Good. We
Um,
like those.
and I really feel that through Peloton, I found my purpose, which was really inviting more and more people into wellness, into fitness by breaking down the fear. I think anybody that starts a fitness journey, they're scared to do it because they might look stupid. They don't know what they're doing. And so I kind of took a page from the Richard Simmons book of someone who just got on a stage, made a silly fuss and made people feel comfortable. And I feel like that's what I do at Peloton is make fun of life, make fun of myself so that people feel comfortable in those spaces.
How did you go from your first class? Do you remember your first class, and
Yes,
how
I do, honestly.
was it in the first class that you were like, "Wow, I'm a star," and they were like, "Yeah, you're a star."
No, not at all. I I actually kind of hate watching videos from the first like 4 or 5 years of my career at Peloton because I was kind of like a fish out of water. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It was kind of this back and forth of watching my classes, seeing what was doing well. And I always found that the most successful classes, because we have a lot of data that we get at Peloton, were these ones that I was talking about pop culture or random things in my life or making fun of life or shaking my tits, and like people really resonated with that. And so I kind of just like leaned into that more, moving away from the stereotypical hyper masculine boot camp instructor, and it was just like, how do I make fitness fun? And that's where I've landed. And through the pandemic, Peloton became very popular and gave me the platform to do so, and here we are.
And tell me a little bit about sort of finding your voice and your style, because I think it's, applicable not only to finding your style as a teacher, but
Mhm.
in life sometimes I think we have difficulty really be feeling comfortable expressing ourselves in,
Yeah,
in a brave way. So were you kind of gingerly edging towards you finding your style, or did you just kind of one day say something, kind of outrageous?
yeah, I think I kind of experimented with it,
Uh-huh.
and I kind of land in this space of like, it's not that deep, boo. And I think when we take life too seriously, it restricts us, it keeps us in a box, it doesn't let us explore ourselves or the people in our lives. And so that's what was most important to me was not taking life so seriously. And that's how I think like my content became so popular and
Right.
people accepted it.
Mhm.
And I feel many in this room know that I am a self-proclaimed slut, and I celebrate that. And I think people celebrate their own sluttiness while watching me body roll on a bike that goes nowhere to Britney Spears. And if I can encourage myself or the many people in this room to get laid, I've done my job. Yes.
And I'm gonna circle back to the slut
Please
thing
do.
in a second, but on the way to the slut conversation, are you so what are you like at home, not in front of the camera?
I always say that my online slash Peloton persona is about like 85 to 90% of me. And I feel that what people resonate with is like authenticity. I know that's a buzzword, but I do feel like I'm showing up exactly how I am.
Mhm.
But I think the people close to me, and when I kind of shut down, not shut down, but kind of turn off, I become a little bit more of an introvert and more introspective and kind of like sit in that duality. I am a Gemini, so we
Okay.
have two sides to us, and I think I lean into that a lot. But I'm also someone who comes off very secure, and I am, but we all have our insecurities, and I feel like my own mental health journey is the thing that's
Mm.
allowed me to get curious about those things, explore them, and ultimately like love the shitty or dark parts of myself
Yeah.
that we all have. And it's not until we love those parts of ourselves that we can fully step into who we are.
Yeah. You do like Jungian therapy?
Just, talking to Kate once a week about all my problems and all the relationships I've failed at, but that's okay. you know?
Well, the parts, that sort of therapy that Jung sort of talked about originally of like our shadow selves and the
Yeah.
darker parts of us, the harder parts. It's kind of harder said than done, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I kind of something that I've been diving into is no bad parts, which
Yeah.
there's all these parts of us from trauma or childhood that are kind of stuck, and you have to and they kind of like act out and react and bring up the things that we might not like about ourselves. And the true you has to sit in the driver's seat and tell these young hurt parts that you're in charge, that you're okay, and that we're gonna make it. It's like
Yeah.
this tough adulting yourself.
Yeah. I've been working on that too from the perspective of my nervous system at the
Okay.
moment because I think just from my crazy life, my nervous system is dysregulated.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been working on sort of this mantra of like, right now in this moment, everything is okay, right? 'Cause
Absolutely.
sometimes I'll read an email and it'll feel like, a slap in the face or a punch in the gut, and I have to stop and think, this is not an appropriate physiological response
Mm-hmm.
to the input.
Yeah.
There's the process of, accepting that like I feel like, oh, my nervous system's broken. It's not, but it needs some healing and it needs some work. And I think that also does come from, those harder to accept parts. And so is it easy for you to kind of be both things at the same time? Or like if you're in a bar, are people coming up to you, like, do they expect you to be a showman?
Somewhat. I kind of show up. I'm myself. I'm just grateful that anybody wants to take a picture with me. And I'm just happy about that. But I don't let kind of outside eyes dictate how I'm going to show up or
Yeah.
enjoy my life. I have no problems with making out with strangers in a bar. And if anybody sees it, they see it.
Wow.
You said we were going to circle back to the slut conversation.
awesome.
So
We are.
I'm going to pepper it into the conversation as much as possible.
Okay, good.
But I think back to what you were saying is like, I always tell myself that I've made it through everything that life has thrown at me. Like this hard thing or this situation, it's not going to get me down, girl. Like,
Yeah.
you ain't going to snatch my wig. That's for sure.
So on the slutty front,
Okay.
So
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
I read that you don't believe in monogamy.
Okay. I do believe in monogamy, but monogamy is not for me.
Right. I'm
Yes.
saying for yourself.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
And you were in a long relationship where you sort of tested that theory.
Yes. Okay, Gwyneth. All right. Hard-hitting journalism.
Do you think that you are resistant to monogamy because potentially you have, maybe an intimacy issues or do you think honestly that some people are just not built for monogamy and it's too much fun to not be monogamous?
That's a good question. No, I am not. I actually really thrive in intimacy and vulnerability, and I think when you can find someone that you can be that way with, it is really special and really unique. I think those are the places that we thrive, but I think there is vulnerability and intimacy in letting your partner in to all of the different aspects of yourself. And for me, it's like, I know that I'm not going to be able to sleep with one man for the rest of my life. Gwyneth, there's a lot of dicks out there and I want to enjoy them. Okay? I want to enjoy all the dicks life has to offer, okay? With consent and regular STI checkups, okay? So I don't think I'm afraid of intimacy, and I think that non-monogamy done in a really ethical way and communicative and collaborative way can be really fulfilling for oneself, but also for one's relationship.
Yeah.
From my take, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. But your ex-boyfriend was not into that?
The last one, yes. The one before that, no. So, and that was like a hard thing because that 2-year relationship, it was two people trying to put aside their needs to make a relationship work, and
Right.
it just wasn't going to.
No.
So, I had to be a free spirit and let that relationship go. Well, they dumped me, so the decision was made. But I think also it's like I learned that the hard way because I was stuck in a relationship, or I chose to be in a relationship that wasn't fitting my needs, and therefore I was acting out and being
Right.
a dirty little scoundrel of a cheater. And I said, I don't want to do that anymore. So I need to be in a ethically non-monogamous relationship. The lingo, I know, the kids.
right,
All right.
What I hear from you that I really love is this, like, you seem to know yourself really, really well and live from that place. So I think that that kind of authenticity, it doesn't surprise me that you resonate with so many people. It's like your spirit is coming from that place.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I take that as a compliment.
If it is a compliment.
Good.
So you love Britney Spears.
I do.
Is she your number one pop star?
Legacy pop star, yes. I think, like, who do I probably like?
Legacy pop star. How old am I if he's calling?
Yeah, but you know what? Whatever you're doing, keep doing. All right. Britney Spears. Yes, I love Britney Spears. She's
Okay.
she's inspired me throughout my life.
Why?
I think it kind of goes back to being in middle school where there were times where me and my mom were homeless. We were evicted from our apartment. We were living in hotels, and I remember my mom taking me to Best Buy and taking me there to buy CDs, and I would pick up a Britney Spears CD and I would like kind of escape through that music, or I would watch MTV and learn all the little dances. And it just has this, like, she has this nostalgic impact on me that I just go to a really happy place. I also think she's someone who's had an incredible career, who's also been through a lot and forced to go through a lot. And the fact that she's still standing is just a testament to how much we can go through. And I kind of get a little bit defensive when people talk shit about her, because I'm like, girl, you try and be in a conservatorship for 10 years and see how you pop out on the other end. So I don't know, she just like inspires me to be resilient a little bit.
Great.
Yeah.
Have you ever met her?
I have not. I'm guessing you have. She has to think about it. All right. Maybe not.
I don't know.
It's okay. It's all right.
Do you know what? I have this weird thing with famous people that I can't remember if I met them in real life.
That
Or
tracks.
I just-
Tracks. Because you meet so many that you just kind of forget. Have you met Beyonce?
Yeah.
Okay. That I'm jealous of. That I'm very jealous
She's
of.
pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah, she is.
She is. But I don't know if I've met Britney or not.
Okay.
If I have, it was in passing.
I'm sure I can ask Google if you did or not. So
There might.
I'm sure there's a picture on the internet somewhere. I just hope you didn't have your coochie out like she did, all right? It was 2006. She was going through a lot of things. Give her some grace, all right?
Will you explain Peloton to me a little bit? Because
Oh, yes.
I've never done Peloton.
Okay, that's okay.
I feel like if I did it, I would want to come and do it with you.
Yes, I agree as well. Yes.
Okay, I'll bring Brittany.
Okay, please do.
Will you explain a little bit about? I mean, just because does everyone do Peloton here? Am I the only one? No. Okay, there are a few people here who are not clapping, so
That's okay. That's okay. That's
so-
okay.
But you can convert us.
We are going to
now.
convert. We're going to get bikes in their homes. They can get on the app. I don't know the price it is at right now, but that's for you to figure out. Peloton is a digital fitness platform which started as a hardware of a bike with a screen on it that you could stream fitness classes on, mostly cycling, but we've expanded to treadmills, rows, strength, yoga, Pilates, stretching, meditation. The list goes on and
wow.
on. And so it's kind of like the Netflix of fitness,
Okay.
where you can take a fitness class through so many different modalities wherever you are, on your phone, on the hardware. And so, we're streaming to, I don't know what the number is these days, but 7-8 million members across the world. So it's
And people are doing them at the same time. It's a
yeah, so I would say like 90% of the classes are recorded live, and then probably the other 10% are coached to camera. I'd say 98% of that make it onto the platform. and you can take the rides live with community members all at the same time. But I'd say most people take it on demand, whatever fits their schedule.
And are you competing with other people?
You can compete with other people. I'm not a very competitive person, so I could care less. But it's up to you. If that moves and grooves you, then use it. Yeah, there's a leaderboard so you can see where you're at.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like a video game.
And so, of course, during COVID, Peloton got incredibly
Yes.
popular. Also, from a business perspective, revenue went through the roof.
Yes.
Is that when you started doing it in COVID time?
I've been there for 11 years.
Oh, so way preceding.
way before. Going back to the conversation of like finding your voice.
Yeah.
I was probably for the first 4 or 5 years, I was just like throwing shit at the wall and being like, what's working? And it was like right before COVID that I really found the humor, the joy, the silliness in it. And that's what I tried to bring to the fitness space. And I really feel like is a little bit serendipitous that I was ready for when COVID happened and I knew who I was, so that when the opportunity came and Peloton became this rocket ship of success, that I was part of that. And yeah, now it's 11 years later and I'm like, okay, wow, what
And
a
you're
journey.
sort of the star of the.
One of, but yes, I would agree with that.
I hope they give you equity.
They have, don't worry, compensated well, all right?
Good. So you said you talk to Kate every week. This is your.
Yes, Kate, my therapist.
What precipitated you starting therapy?
It was a breakup that got me into therapy because I was messed up a relationship. I felt really bad about that, and I was in a really sad place. And now me and her have had a great, I don't know, like 8-9 year relationship.
Wow.
Yeah, we're still together. Isn't that great? Her and my barber are my longest relationships.
Are you monogamous with those two?
No, actually. Well, with every time that I have to cheat on my barber because he's not there, someone fucks up my haircut, and that really annoys me. As you can see, I have a great haircut today because I went to go see Tony. And then, actually, about a year and a half ago, I started seeing another therapist. So I kind of oscillate between Kate and Rodrigo every week.
Okay. And what is Rodrigo bringing that Kate's not?
Well, I think when kind of like a non-monogamous relationship, you gotta spice up the therapy and start to explore different things, and that's kind of where I started to read No Bad Parts and exploring that.
Internal family system.
Yep, good job. All right, she
This
knows.
is not my first rodeo.
It is
honey.
not your first rodeo.
definitely
Do you care to share your therapist's name?
Sure.
Okay.
I have two as well.
Okay. I'm not the only one.
Barry and John.
Okay.
Okay.
Both guys. Okay.
Both guys, yeah.
All right.
Both guys.
Should be that way for me, but
I don't know what that says about me.
I don't know. It's okay.
Okay. What's the sort of hardest thing for you to talk about?
I think for a while it was my relationship with my mom. I think there was a lot of times that I felt that I wasn't a priority in my life as a child. And I think it built up a lot of resentment in me and was creating a really challenging relationship dynamic, because also I've been really supporting my mom since I left college.
Financially.
And she hasn't worked honestly since 2008. And I've had kind of that burden on me as a young adult. And now I'm have made the money through Peloton and can support her. And I'm so happy to do that. But I think it came with a little bit of resentment, feeling like I had to step into being the parent sooner than I wanted to or was ready. And it was actually through a meditation retreat where surprisingly I had to shut up for an entire week, guys, where I came to this kind of conclusion that we are here because our parents are doing the best that they can. Is that perfect? No, and it's never going to be. But the love that imperfect love is the reason that we're here and able to have the life that we have. And I also kind of realize that my mom has health issues, whether it be mental health or diabetes, stuff like that, that my time with her is super limited. The older I get, time just flies. And I don't know what my last moments are going to be with her. And so I had to make the conscious choice to let go of that resentment, let go of that pain, radically accept that I am the adult in this situation and the caregiver, and
Always have and
always have been and always will be, and that's okay. And that letting that go and moving into a space of really accepting that will allow us to become closer, to love each other, to enjoy the time that we have together. And I'm like super grateful for that, because now I feel like we have such a good relationship and we do a lot of fun, silly things. I think my favorite thing about my mom is how silly she is and kind of how bitchy she is. That's where I get it from. She's very judgmental, guys. That's where I get it from. And I say bitchy with the most love in my heart, okay?
Will you tell me about kind of how that works in the moment? Like, do you still get triggered by?
Absolutely.
Right. So what happens? How do you convert that to acceptance?
Well, sometimes I have to give myself a little bit of a pep talk of just knowing that when I'm going to see my mom, there's going to be something that triggers me or makes me upset, and to kind of know that and prepare myself for that. And when it does happen, try not to react and have as much compassion as I possibly can.
So you catch yourself in the moment?
Catch it a little bit, but there are times that I haven't. I remember this maybe 2 years ago, I like redecorated her apartment, and we did all these things to make it a beautiful apartment, but she was like hyper fixated on this one fucking painting. And I was just like, girl, let it go. And I caught myself like getting upset with her, and I had to just like pause, remember that I'm the adult, remember that I'm caretaker, remember that like I'm not as stubborn as she might be, and to just accept that and not take this one criticism as I don't know, as a representation of
Right.
the love that she has for me or the gratitude that she has for me. And to kind of just accept that, and to also be really mindful and accepting of when she does show that gratitude.
Right.
I think it's harder for older generations to show love, to show vulnerability, because they didn't have the roadmap that necessarily younger people do. They didn't have therapy. They didn't have all this jargon or resources. And I always kind of get a little teared up when she finds the courage to say thank you, or to say I'm really proud of you, or that I love you so much. And it's like, yeah, like I'm grateful for those moments, and I'm like proud of her for finding her own courage, because maybe those feelings for her sometimes are really vulnerable. And so when she does share them and she moves into that space, I soak it up as much as possible.
And then you give her, like, you create the space that she can sort of, elevate and be her better self.
Exactly.
Right. If we're criticizing all the time, or,
Yeah.
acting like a teenager and annoyed, and it makes it very difficult for our parents to show up as their best selves.
Absolutely.
What was wrong with the painting?
I don't even know. It's just like, I think it was like a still life of some flowers, and she didn't like it. And I was just like, all right, girl. But then like she had this ugly ass cat painting that she wanted in her house. I was like, Mom, that cat painting is so fucking tacky. But you just live and let live and say, here you go, girl, enjoy the cat painting.
So you have, you're known for this kind of lighthearted, like, don't take things so seriously, like bring a lightness, a lightheartedness into things. But also, I guess this is your Gemini. You're also internal and curious and sort of on your own path. So how do you hold those things at the same time? Just like, it's fine, it's not that deep. Or what's your catchphrase that you say something like?
Yeah, it's not that deep, boo.
Yeah, it's not that deep, Phil. And also the importance of understanding, like, when you take seriously with gravitas, like your personal journey, or for example, like that story about your mother and how you're able to hold her in all of her parts and kind of be the grown up. So how are you those things at once?
I think a really big sign of growth is when you can sit with the challenging parts of yourself, sit with the parts of you that you don't like, sit with the actions that make you feel shame or guilt, and have this light bulb go off in your head and laugh at yourself. Oh shit, I'm doing that thing again.
Right.
Just like, here I am doing the same thing, over and over again. And it's kind of that levity that I get from the don't take it so seriously mixed in with the deeper parts that levity allows me to like move past that and the clunkiness of it. And I also really believe in creating space for yourself to feel all those things.
Yeah.
You know, like scheduling time with friends and family to have fun, but also going home, not turning on the TV, and like I will literally, I will just like lay there in bed for 20 minutes and see what the hell comes up and explore that for a little bit.
Wow.
And sometimes I'll sit there in my bed crying by myself, and sometimes I'll just like laugh at myself. I think it's like the duality of those things can live together and one feeds into the next, but also giving yourself a lot of space to feel, because we hold on to things if we don't let them pass.
Yeah.
We can sit with something and think about it and think about it and ruminate and ruminate and ruminate, and it's going to go nowhere. But if you can kind of shut your mind off a little bit and feel the feelings that are going to come up, some of it'll go away and not have a lot of power over you anymore.
Yeah. I had somebody say to me once this phrase, what you resist persists.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like I've learned that especially through breakups, through romance, of like heartbreak, having a lot of thoughts pop up, but letting the feelings run through you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting too, because it sounds like the breakup that, the recent one was painful. But what was it, that you lost the person, or was it your own behavior?
I think
was
the
upset.
last relationship that I was within was like a 6-year relationship. And I think the grief of that was probably the thing that was the most challenging. And I think something that I've honestly popped into the last 2 weeks of like a light bulb going off is knowing that I'm in a good place, don't want to be in that relationship, don't want to be with that person, but knowing that the trauma still exists and the weight of it still exists. And I can see how that's showing up as I'm dating new people and exploring that, and having to catch myself of like, oh, there's things from that relationship that are causing you to show up now in a different way. Through therapy, I always feel like we figure out that so much is derived from our childhood. So I just always think everything's from your childhood, but you forget that adult life has traumatic experiences that stick with you, and that you have to learn new ways to work through that.
Totally.
Yeah.
You call yourself a vain homosexual.
Okay, yes.
And
I think they're synonymous.
A vain homosexual. Are they synonymous? I would love to talk to you about sort of the maintenance.
Okay.
And the wellness. I mean, you really are like an amazing. I know you said you don't mind being objective.
Please do.
Okay, like you're very drop dead.
Okay, keep going.
And you have this energy that comes off of you of like health and strength. It's like a vibrancy, right? So will you tell me a little bit about how you maintain that? What do you?
Yes.
What are your wellness?
Impossible body standards at work keep me going. The constant need for getting laid also gets me there too. I think as someone in the queer community, it's easy to let the surface level things drive you, and I think that has pushed me to kind of like figure out my fitness. But I think over the years, I've really started to understand that showing up in a workout or going to therapy is really what makes me feel strong and resilient, and the discipline is what makes me feel good. So it's like stepping into that power, and it reminds me that I can literally do anything that like I put my mind to. But I enjoy teaching my Peloton classes. I like to inspire other people. I lift weights, 3 to 5 days a week. I try to be balanced about what I eat, but as anyone can attest who's maybe taking my class, like a bitch loves Taco Bell, and It's a fast food Mexican restaurant where they...
Tell me more.
So, I like to indulge, but I like to be fairly disciplined. I like to, prioritize protein. And I heard you're back on pasta. We both, are you? I can't remember. Are you or you're not? I can't remember.
I am, but
Okay.
I'm trying to also eat so much protein.
Yeah, it's hard.
Gagging
It's
down
hard.
protein.
But that sandwich that you like from Italy is really good. In Milan, was it Milan?
Oh yeah.
I saw it on TikTok the other day. I did, yeah. Tuna, arugula, rocket.
I'm not on TikTok.
I know you're not, but
Oh.
you are on TikTok through videos.
Me?
Yes. But yeah, prioritizing protein, it's a hard thing.
It's like it's I feel like it's my job.
It is a job. It is a job. Eating well is a part-time
So
job.
what are the protein tips?
Good rule of thumb is 1 gram of protein for every pound that you weigh.
I know.
Let's
They always
start
say
there.
But like what? What do you eat in the morning? What do you tell me what you eat?
Okay, secretly I do drink egg whites in the morning. I know that's so gross. I know.
Like raw?
Like Gaston, yes, raw.
Look at this.
I know.
They're outraged.
I know.
The murmurs.
I also will eat steak in the morning as well sometimes.
But that's okay.
Yeah,
That's sort of
it's easy too.
Like-
a lot of Greek yogurt, a lot of
non-fat or regular fat?
I like 2 or 3% at times. Cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese?
I love cottage cheese. You know.
That makes one of us.
Okay, not into it. I like a lot of fish, salmon,
Yeah, okay.
stuff like that.
So there's no secret that you're keeping around.
Not really. I think it's prioritize the protein. You're gonna feel satiated, and then the rest falls into place. Like if you eat your protein, you'll eat maybe 1 cheesy gordita crunch instead of 3. It's my favorite Taco Bell menu item. Okay.
Me too.
No. Sure.
Do you feel that exercise helps you also metabolize or, emotion or help you regulate emotion?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think going back to the conversation of sitting with your feelings and letting things kind of
Yeah.
go through you. I think taking a minute when you're pissed or sad or in a bad place and be like, I'm gonna go work out for a bit. I think you kind of release that, and when the endorphins are pumping, you're happy, and you're not. I was gonna try to do the Legally Blonde quote, but I couldn't remember it right now. I'm a bad gay. Please don't hurt. Please don't yell at me, okay? But yeah, I think it's that release of
Right.
energy, and honestly, it's kind of the thing that I love about Peloton. I always kind of get these stories from members when they come to visit us, and they're like, oh, you said the thing that I needed to hear, or you shared this story and it really inspired me. And sometimes I feel like I'm saying the thing that I need to hear that I'm going through.
Yeah.
It's trying to
Yes.
move through the thing together in an open space. And so I try to say the thing that I need to hear as well.
You're not out of breath?
No, I'm pretty conditioned to it at this point.
Wow,
honestly.
that's incredible.
Gwyneth, I know.
So you can have a whole soliloquy while you're...
Yes.
And you're doing it as hard as everybody else?
No, but give me a break, all right?
Okay.
Half the time I'm dancing, okay?
On the bike?
Yeah, body rolling.
How does that
You
work?
press the brake and you body roll and you shake your ass a little bit.
What is that? What is a body roll? Oh. I love it.
It's much sexier when not seated, okay?
Are you doing this with your shirt on or off?
On. They won't let me take my shirt off.
Why not?
I don't know. Something about nipples. I don't know. I wouldn't want to either. They'd have to pay an extra premium for that, okay?
They can't afford it.
No, they can't. No, they can't. But you can get it for free on Instagram, so it's fine.
That I've seen.
Oh!
Okay, we're gonna move into the rapid fire round.
Oh, we love rapid
Are you
fire.
ready?
Yes, yeah, let's hit it.
Favorite Britney song?
Oh, Give Me More or Break the Ice? Both off the Blackout album, which is incredible.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Your best example of tactful pettiness.
Oh.
The name of his podcast.
Thank you so much. And
Book.
my book. Thank you,
And book.
thank you, thank you. Get the plug, get the plug.
Available where all books are sold.
Say your girlfriend just got bangs and they look horrible.
My God.
And you go, hey, Becky, those bangs are a choice. Because bangs nor a pixie cut are for everyone, okay?
No, this is true.
Some people can really pull them off. Some people cannot.
I cannot.
No? You've never had bangs?
Yeah,
And they didn't work?
No.
A pixie cut? She has to think about it. It's in the archives with the Britney Spears meet and greet.
Exactly. I don't know. Yeah, I did this movie called Sliding Doors a long time ago, and I had like short. Oh. But I feel like a pixie cut is when it's short on the top too.
It's all short. Yeah. It's not for
So no, I haven't.
Okay.
Okay, Taco Bell order you just said.
Cheesy gordita crunch and maybe a Doritos Loco taco, okay? I think they're bringing back the Cool Ranch one, by the way, okay? And if they would only make the sweet chili Thai one, now we could be talking, all right?
A Dorito. How does that?
They take a taco shell
Okay.
and they cover it in the cheesy powder of a Dorito, and then they make a taco out of it.
Wow.
Innovation, babe. Innovation.
It doesn't sound Goop approved.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
1000% not.
One thing always in your gym bag.
Magic molecule? It's like a spray.
Okay.
Oh, we got some fans. It's good. Sometimes especially in the summer, because I'm sweating a lot, I break out.
Oh.
And so if I don't have time to shower post class or the gym, I like spritz it on and it cleans the skin so that you're not getting all the like dirt in there.
Okay.
Okay. Not sponsored.
Cold plunge or sauna?
Cold plunge.
A hobby people might not know you have.
I don't know if this is maybe a hobby. I am really into history, like World War II history.
So is my husband.
I love it. If you haven't, like Netflix has incredible World War II history documentaries. I've watched a like 8-part Cold War documentary on it. I'm really into that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who would be the dream guest on your podcast?
Gwyneth Paltrow? Okay, you, but also RuPaul.
Oh, okay. And last one, what is your motivational goodbye to everybody today?
I wish you well.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.